Hey class, so I get the privilege to talk about the children. Many people who know me knows that this is a topic that I am so very passionate about, and that is the topic of how and in which way do we treat our children and how do we regard them when talking about any topic. But in particular today, our group is talking about polyamory. And first I want to say that this is not a new question. This is a question that was asked about couples who are in interracial marriages and relationships. The question was asked, what would happen to their children who grew up biracial and multiracial, and how will society treat them? Will they be accepted? Will they not be accepted? Will they be bullied? All of these questions were asked before. And those same questions were asked about the children of same-gender loving parents, about the children of transgender parents, and undoubtedly the question has been asked many times about the children of polyamory parents and parents who just live different lives than what may appear to be the normal on the surface of society. In relation to that, I want to say that the concept of children being raised by a mom and a dad simply or on their own is a concept that is not necessarily reality for many people, and this is not anything new, which is why many African proverbs talk about it takes a village to raise a child. And I truly believe that the best way in which our children can thrive and grow is if they are raised in a communal aspect and are raised in a sense of more than just a mother and a dad, but raised by the whole community, but raised by the whole family and by the whole neighborhood. This isn't just true for families and children of interracial couples and children of gay and lesbian and same-gender loving and transgender people. And it's not just true for children who are raised in polyamory relationships, but this is true for everyone. Many children, at least in my generation, was raised by their grandparents, raised by just their dads or raised by just their moms. But it was never just alone. It tends to always be a community surrounding the children. There is a Maasai saying that basically translated says, "And how are the children?" And that's the way the greetings is. And when everything is okay, the response is the children are fine. The children are well. And that is of the utmost concern when talking about any topic. Are the children well? So I have done a little research, and I've spoken with many people who I know who are in polyamorous relationships and who have children and who care for the children deeply, and main and biggest concern is protecting their children. And the question that I would like to pose to the group or to everyone to just ponder and think about is how often in any relationships, whether it's a monogamous relationship or a poly relationship, do we engage in talking with our children about sexual activities that we were having? I would venture to guess that oftentimes parents do not disclose to their children the types of sexual activities that they're having amongst other people or amongst their partners. And in the same way, just asking the question on how will the children fare in a polyamorous relationship gets at the root of asking the question of how do you talk to your children about your sexual relationships. And I believe that is just simply not the case. Now, when we talk about polyamory in the sense of multiple loves, I think that I've seen children who just are aware that there's many people in their lives that care for them deeply and is committed to their growth, committed to their thriving, and committed to them being the complete and whole selves that they have the potential and capacity to be. Now I want to talk about the question of will these children become bullied? And oftentimes The question that is asked, what about the children, is not a question that comes from concern for the children. However, it comes from concern for the way in which other children would treat them. And in doing this, and in asking this question, we actually put it on the children's parents who were being bullied versus the parents of the children who are being the ones to bully. As a society, we have to come to a place where we realize that what many conceive or consider to be quote-unquote normal or abnormal is actually not, holds no basics or holds no grounds when it comes to age-old traditions. And so in that, I would actually challenge us to think about, when we ask the questions, how do we protect our children? Maybe the question that will be helpful to ask is, how do we raise our children in a way in which they are not the ones who are bullying and teasing other children? Another thing I wanted to bring up is many people, and I don't have the statistical analysis to discuss that, but many people choose to have children when they are not in relationships, and choose to raise their children amongst a community of people. And I am one of those people who are lucky and blessed to be a part of my friends' raising of their children in a way that I would not otherwise be in, and that is truly an honor for me. So when we ask the question of what about the children, we must go back and reach deep inside of ourselves and truly ask the question, are the children in our society well? And if the answer is yes, then that's a really good thing. Thank you.